My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed an incredible fight card. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Kevin Holland. I mean, what an amazing fight card. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna play a little bit of quick match and just give you guys my thoughts on the fight card. In my opinion, I think this is probably. I mean, I'm mostly just gonna focus on the main event because I mean that's where the magic really happened. But in my opinion, I think this could potentially be fight of the year, man. At least it's up there. It is definitely up there, bro. That was a beautiful performance by Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Kevin. What the hell's going on? Why is everybody quitting out? All right, so let's talk about the fight. Going into the match, I personally, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I was talking about how they were being very buddy with each other. They were being very friendly with each other. Every single time you see them, they're hugging, they're being nice, and that's perfectly fine. I think that's definitely wholesome. I think that is definitely wholesome when fighters are that cool with each other. But for me personally, I don't know. Maybe it's because of my own view. Maybe it's because it's gonna be very difficult for me to fight someone that I like. It kind of makes it takes away from the excitement of the fight a little bit if they're too friendly with each other. And that's not because I don't think fighters can be professionals. I think they can be professionals. I think they can put their likeness and their friendship to the side and get the job done. It's just there's an added layer of excitement when you know that both fighters don't like each other. But of course, that is not it's rare that you're going to see Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in a situation where he and his opponent don't like each other or they get into some kind of bad blood. It's going to be very rare to see that. Especially this is what I deal with, bro. This is what I deal with. Like every single opponent that I've run into, they've all just quit out. The moment they see my name, they just quit out. It's ridiculous. All right, I guess we're just gonna talk about the fight. And so going into this fight, I was hoping that it was going to be like both guys were gonna really go as far as they can. And my God, that is exactly what we saw. Um, Round number one. Well, besides that, I had questions. Right, question was: is this fight gonna be a striking match the whole entire time? Of course, when you're going in there against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and you're taking a look at his past losses, of course you're gonna be thinking to yourself, okay, his past losses have all been against wrestlers, right? Like he's lost to some wrestlers, so the best path to victory has to be to try to take him down to the ground, especially when you're Kevin Holland and you have a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So, it's not unreasonable to think that Kevin Holland is going to want to take the fight to the ground, but I was hoping he wouldn't. I was hoping this was going to be a striking match, and my God, that is exactly what it was. Round number one, these two guys, they immediately go to work. Right away, they go to work. Kevin Holland, coming into the fight, he talked about how he wasn't going to stand and watch Stephen Thompson because that is a problem that past opponents will have. They watch him a little bit too much. They get mesmerized by him. They act like they've stared into the eyes of Medusa. And then that's how he picks them apart. And the times that we've seen people definitely have success against Wonder Boy on the feet have been people who, decide to just take the fight to him for the most part. And so, Kevin Holland, being taller, longer reach, powerful, this was his approach. He wanted to jump right into the fire, force Stephen Thompson to fight, and try to hit him. And from round number one, what we were seeing was Wonder Boy was ready for this because from Southpaw, every time Kevin Holland tried to enter the pocket, Stephen Thompson would stab him in the face with the cross. He hit him with that cross multiple times in the first round. And that's when it became pretty goddamn clear that there was a significant power difference. But more than that, more than a significant power difference, Kevin Holland has a freaking chin, bro. He has a chin on him. And as the fight progressed, we got to see that chin on display way more than we've ever seen it in any fight prior. So Wonder Boy is tagging him, intercepting him over and over and over again with the cross. He's not getting stunned. He's not getting rocked. Occasionally he gets wobbled, but nothing significant is happening. And it's gotta be like a bit demoralizing when you're hitting like when you connect with a clean shot, you know. And when you connect with a clean shot against the human body, you expect the person to react, right? You expect it to have an effect. And when it doesn't have an effect, it's got to psychologically do something to you where you start thinking, okay, like, what do I got to hit this man with? And this is what we saw round after round after round after round. Kevin Holland taking clean shots. But when Kevin Holland is able to land on Wonder Boy, even if it's just a grazing shot, you see a massive effect. Stephen Thompson at one point was dropped. Dude, it's still all like hazy in my head, so I don't remember exactly what happened. I don't even remember exactly what round the fight ended. I think it was round number 4, if I remember correctly. But every single time Kevin would hit Wonder Boy, we would see a clear effect. And then after a while, Kevin hurt his right hand, and so he was throwing a lot of elbows. And this is me speaking on 2020 vision, because he was throwing those elbows early on in the round, and we thought it was just part of the game plan, and maybe it was, but later on after the fight, he talked about how the injury to his right hand happened in round number 1. So hindsight being 2020, it makes perfect sense now why he was throwing a lot of elbows. He was still throwing the right hand though, because Kevin Holland is a crazy motherfucker. The fact that his right hand is injured is not gonna stop him from throwing it. He was still throwing it. Let me see if I can find another fight. He was still throwing it. And so fight keeps going on, same thing, back and forth. Which goes back to something that I've said a lot of times about Wonder Boy. Like when people think about Stephen Thompson, they kind of remember him based on those 2 title fights with Tyron Woodley. Dude, this is a terrible connection, bro. They remember him based on the 2 title fights from Tyron Woodley, and they think he's a point fighter, and that's all he does. But like that has not been my view of Wonder Boy. That's not what I've seen from Wonder Boy. What I see from Stephen Thompson is that he prefers kicking range. He wants to stay in kicking range. So if you push past kicking range into him, he will definitely... Oh, he wants to go Stephen Thompson. Okay, sir. All right. Go ahead. I was trying to use Wonder Boy, but my opponent decided to go with Stephen Thompson. But yeah, if you push past kicking range, he's going to give ground, and he's going to back up. But if you back up, Wonder Boy is going to follow you. He's not just going to demand that he's the one that's backing up. He wants kicking range. He wants clean shots. But in this fight, bro, that is not what we saw, bro. He wanted to jump into the fire. And multiple times, he would try to rush down Kevin Holland. And try to rush him down. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh, nice head kick to the body. Nice. Woo! But as I was saying, going into this fight, I was very curious to see if we were going to see any grappling whatsoever. And there were definitely moments where Kevin Holland was able to get the fight to the ground. Whether it's an intercepting shots or, they just crash into each other and they end up on the ground. But he would just get up. You'd be like, yeah, get back up to your feet. Because what I want to do is I want to strike. I want to feel this Wonder Boy, this whole Wonder Boy saga. I want to feel it. And he will let him up. And of course, they will dab each other up because, they're good friends. That's what they do. And then they will just get back to striking. But man, it was so clear. It was so clear that in terms of striking skill, that goes to Stephen Thompson, for sure. To the body here. All right, he's blocking his body now. Yeah. Let's give him mercy. Mercy, come on, stand up. And so, this damage continued, bro. At some point, Wonderboy started firing off some powerful roundhouse kicks to the body from southpaw. And of course, we all know from southpaw, when the kicks go to the body, we're talking liver shots. And doesn't matter how tough you are, bro. When those shots start going to the liver, it crumbles even the toughest man in the world. Like a lot of guys are able to withstand shots to the head. It's like, oh my God, it hurts. You know, you're dazed, you're stunned, you can tough it out. But when you get hit in the liver, bro, it crumbles, man. And you see when Wonderboy hit him in the liver, he tried, man. You know, he tried to tough it out, try to get his poker face going, but he was clearly damaged. And then from there, Wonderboy, you know, because he saw he was blocking the body, started going high with the head kick, just blasting him with roundhouse kicks to the head, wheel kicks to the head, shots to the head. After a while, dude, Kevin was so hurt, Kevin was so tired that he was standing against the cage, just so the cage can give him some support, bro. Just so the cage can give him support. And at that moment, Wonderboy pretty much just used him as target practice, you know, just hitting him anytime he wanted. And at some point, like I said, I don't remember exactly what round it is, probably like round number 4. At some point, he sat him down. It was a beautiful left hand, dropped him, stayed on top, hit him a few times. Kevin Holland goes back to his corner. And his corner was just like, yeah, bro, we're stopping the fight. You know, it's too much. This is too much. So they stopped it, you know. And if you go back, there's probably some. I'm pretty sure his corner, when they go back, they'll have a talk with him like, bro, you had some moments where you had advantages, man. There were moments, like clean moments where you had this man on the ground and you let him up. You let him up because you were trying to be nice, you know? It's like there's no being nice, bro. You want to win the fight. When you get Stephen Thompson on the ground, you hold him down. Hold him down. You land ground and pound. You use your jiu-jitsu. You look for opportunities to submit him. You know, you don't let him up. So, you know, this is probably, I don't know, like a learning process. I think this dude wants to take me down. I don't know. Bro, you're making a terrible mistake. So they stopped the fight, and as the fight is over, I mean, like, we're all singing both their praises. Like, I'm definitely singing both their praises. I'm going, how tough is Kevin Holland? Like, how are you able to take that many shots? Like, I'm gonna tell you, bro, like, when it comes to the most powerful head kick that you can take, the wheel kick. The wheel kick to the head. There's nothing more powerful than that. And he was taking so many of them, bro. And yes, you could say, yeah, it was blocked. A lot of them got blocked. It's not enough, bro. It is not enough to just block them. Those bitches get through, though. They absolutely get through. I'm trying to figure out what this dude is doing right now. Like, what's going on? Like, were you just kicking me in the head the whole time? All right. Like, what the hell was he doing the whole time? But yeah, fascinating fight, bro. Absolutely fascinating fight. It is beyond incredible, the fact that Wonderboy can still fight that good at that age. Like, in the middle of the fight, Kevin was commenting on how fast Wonderboy. He was like, dude, that man's fast, bro. Like, he is quick. And we all know Stephen Thompson's fast, but I don't think Kevin was expecting that level of speed. I mean, he was just getting tagged left and right. And he's not a young man. You know, he's not a young man. That dude is what, 40 years old? How old is Wonderboy again? I'm almost certain Stephen Thompson is 40 years old. Stephen Thompson. Let's see. How old is Stephen Thompson? 39. 39 years old. The man is almost 40. Come on, dude. I'm done fighting you. Stephen Thompson, almost 40 years old and performing that way, moving that fast. You know, fighting a man who's like almost 10 years younger than him in that way, outworking him. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, Kevin Holland is going to be back. He'll definitely be back. I don't know what's next for him. He definitely looked good. He was just in there with a better striker. And he wasn't really fighting to win, right? Like, he wasn't doing everything in his power to win. It was more like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put on a show. I'm going to put on a solid show for the fans. And that's what he did. That's definitely what they did. Anyways, that is it. Like I said, potential fight of the year, bro. Really, really fun card. How about Rafael dos Anjos putting on a beautiful show in the welterweight division? Amazing. And just overall, a really, really good card. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about it. I was hoping I was going to be able to get more fights in for you guys while I ramble about the fight card, but a vast majority of people that I got matched up with today just decided to bounce. So it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate all the support. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good one.